Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, we successfully complete our edit portion and also we updated it, right? So before we did this work with using that eloquent ORM. So here we edit it with using that eloquent ORM and also we have updated it with using that eloquent ORM. So right now I want to do the same things. Okay, I want to do the same things with using that query builder. So how can do that work? I show you. Like first of all, I want to edit it. Like here, if you right now I want to make it as a comment out. So if you want to edit, that means you want to load some of the page with the edit a specific one of the ID, or everything will be just like that same only in your controller. That means in your category controller. Here I want to update it. So here if you use that query builder, its procedure will be same. I name it as a categories again. So I take one of the variable as a categories, and then I want to add the DB. That means the DB. So I use that DB and then I will add the table. A table, that means from which table you want to get a specific ID data. I want to get a specific ID data from the categories table. That means here you have to add this categories table, right? So now I add this categories table, and after that we have to put on the condition. We have to put that condition when our this requested ID will be matched with our categories table this field ID. That means when both of these will be matched. Like if you click as edit, and when you click as edit, here you can see that the 8 ID. So that is the requested ID. So this ID will be matched with our these categories and this ID. When it will be matched, then it will be get this data. Okay. So here you have to add it. So for doing this, I want to add one of the where condition. That means the where our database field name as the ID, where our ID will be matched. Okay, where our ID will be matched with our this requested ID. That is, this is our requested ID. So when it should be matched, then I want to get one specific one data, right? So here I want to load a specific one data. So if you want to load one of the specific one data in query builder, you have to add it as a fast data. So here you have to add as a fast. So I name it as a fast data. Okay friend, I hope it's very much clear to you. So that is our DB, and then our table, from which table you want to get a specific data. That is where our database table, that means the categories table field name as ID will be matched with our this requested ID, and then I get this fast data, and I take this fast data and take the things with this variable, and here I pass it in with the compact in our edit page. So before I use that eloquent ORM, and that is the same code for the query builder. Okay friend, now let's check this out. If you click as a save all, and now if you go to our all categories, so now if you click as edit, yes, you can see the result is that just like that same, but right now we are using that query builder, right friend? So now I want to update it. So before we have updated it with using that eloquent ORM, so here that is our update portion. So here we use that eloquent ORM. So right now I want to make it as a comment out. I want to use query builder. It will be very much easy to you. I hope I show you. Like if you want to use that eloquent query builder, then you have to add one of the data. So I take one of the data array. Okay, I take one of the data array, and after that into the data array area you have to use that data. So with this data you have to pass your all that field. Okay, so here I pass our field, that means our database field as this one as a category name. So now I want to use this category name. Okay, you can see that is actually pretty much same procedure. So that is our category name equal to our this requested category name. So before I have already discussed about that things with you, that was requested, and that is our category name, right? So this category name means whatever the name you actually pass from to this input field. So here I simply add it, that means the category name, and after that you have to add that semicolon. So into the query builder, that means the eloquent ORM, you have to use that comma, but into the when you use that as a query builder, then you have to use that as a semicolon. Okay, and also I want to do the same things for our another field. So here I take that as a data, and data our field name as a user ID. And user ID will be just like that same. It will be as an authenticated user ID. So it will be as an auth and then your user ID. Okay friend. and also make that sure you add that semicolon. And after that, I have to update this data. That means in our DB, into the DB, our table, from into the which table you want to update it. I want to update it in our this categories table. That means that is our categories table. So now I copy it, and here I paste our this categories table, and where you have to put that condition, where again, that means the where our same condition actually, where our database field as a ID will be matched with our requested ID. That means that is actually our requested ID, right? We did the same things for our edit. So now for the update, we also have to add it. So when our this requested ID and our database table ID will be matched, then I want to update it. So here after that, I want to update as update our this data. So now I want to add this data. Okay, friend. So that's all you have to do. So procedure will be just like that same. This will for our query builder, and this will for our eloquent warden. So when this data will be updated, and after that it will be redirect to the same as a all page with some of the success message. So here you don't need to change anything. So that's all. Now let's check this out. We successfully complete our update portion or not. I click the save all. Now go here, go to all category. Now I want to update that our Aryan. Now click as a Aryan 1, click as a update category. Yes, you can see there is a category updated successful, and category is also updated. If you go to our database, into the database, if you browse it, and you can see our update. That means our category name is now updated. I hope it's very much clear to you, friend, how you can do that work with using that eloquent ORM, and how you can do this work with using that query builder. So here we successfully complete our edit portion, and I have discussed both of this with you. So now in our next video, I want to discuss about the delete portion. So into the delete, I want to add as a soft delete. Okay, soft delete means when you actually first of all delete it, it should be saved as a temporary with our another area, and after that you can delete it. So how can working with the soft delete, how can delete it? That means delete this category data permanently. In our next video, I will show you that things with a live example. So thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.